All right. This is an interesting one. The late game on ESPN tonight. This is a really interesting matchup because we have Jarod Celtics against the team that Murph doesn't trust in LA, the Clippers. So this should be, I'm really intrigued to see who's picking what here. Bryan, I'm going to save the other two guys to close this out. So we're going to start with you. I know you're not as much in love with the Clippers, kind of like me and Murph. I don't know how much you trust them. The line in this game, Clippers are favored -6.5. Over under for this is 220. How are you betting this game? Celtics versus Clips, Battle of the Seas.
These two lines are pretty brutal. I'm not even gonna I don't even know where this could sort of end up. I'm really having a tough time with the 220 and even more of a tough time with the over under just because I feel like the game could be a lot closer. And I actually think the Celtics could win this one, though they haven't been playing but so well lately. I love what Jaylen Brown's done so far this season. Jason Tatum has looked a little bit iffy to me, but we'll see what happens. And Kemba Walker, I'm still waiting for him to come back to speed, and I don't fully trust the Clippers yet.
Jaylen Brown is out.
Jaylen is out tonight.
That is true. Jaylen Brown's out. So Jaylen Brown's out. That's a good point.
And that's why you saw some movement on the line in this game is because Jaylen Brown is out.
But I love the way he's played this season, which is why I'm a little I'm disappointed, one, that he's not going to play in this game because he kind of reminds me of Paul George, not Kawhi Leonard, in that regard. So I would have liked to see the head-to-head matchup, and then also with the over-under being at 220. Generally for an NBA game in this era, 220 just feels like a low over and under. So it's tempting to just go over there. But without Jaylen Brown, the way the Clippers play, the way the Celtics, without Jaylen Brown, how much in a rhythm are they going to be with Marcus Walker, who's still working his way back seemingly, and Jason Tatum, who just wants to take step back 22-footers all the time? I just don't know. I just don't know. That was for Jarod. I just don't know where to go here. But because of Jaylen Brown's absence, I would lean Clippers, but I'm not so confident that they're covered just because they're the Clippers.
Yeah, it's tough. Celtics, you made a great point, Bryan. They have not been playing well. I watched their game the other night against the Sacramento Kings. They lost 116-111. Anytime you're losing to the Kings, who give up a ton of points.
No Kemba either.
That's not good. No Kemba, and they struggled a lot in terms of getting into their offense.
They need him.
Yeah, they need him badly. Jeff Teague running the show is just not that deal. Yeah, it's not
You don't want a point guard wearing 55 unless it's white chocolate.
That's fair. Oh, yeah, that's probably accurate. Definitely accurate. All right, Murph, we know how you feel about the Clippers. You don't trust them, right? Anything can happen. There's a team you said you might stay away from in terms of betting because they have bad tendencies that we talked about earlier, like blowing games and leads. We know that can happen for sure. Do you like the Clippers at all at home tonight? This would seem, with the Celtics not playing good, not having their starting point guard there, this would seem like it's a pick the Clippers. Is that the case?
Yeah, everything points to the Clippers. Also, the Clippers are 7-3 or 8-2 in the last 10, 7-3 against the spread. So I should trust them, but I don't. I just don't trust them. I also am disappointed Jaylen Brown's not playing. Just in terms of watching that game and two stars on each team going at each other. I would have probably picked the Celtics to win the game if Jaylen Brown was there. Without him, just because I don't trust the Clippers, I'm going to still say Boston +6.5. I just think they'll find a way to keep it close, or the Clippers will find a way to allow the Celtics to keep it close. I do like the over 220. I do think there's going to be points scored in this game. Both teams are capable of scoring, putting points on the board. I think it'll be, kind of a fast-paced game. So I like the over. Normally all the numbers say go with the Clippers -6.5. I just can't do it, guys. I just can't do it.
See, I can't even call that hate. I think that's smart. You can't trust the Clippers, man. They give you no reason to trust them. However, I don't know. I guess I'll say this, guys. I'm not sure I trust the Boston offense enough without Kemba, Brian's boy. Without Kemba doing his thing, I'm just not sure I trust them. But then again, to Murph's point, would it surprise you if the Clippers clipped?
Right.
No, not really.
Or if Tatum got dropped 40.
Nah, wouldn't shock me at all. I would assume here, Jarod, you are going to ride for your boy Brad Stevens and the Celtics. I'm assuming that. Come on, give me some of that Boston love betting this game right now.
Well, fellas, as always, we got to stick to the bit. Fuck the C's. Look, man, all kidding aside, I love Jalen. He's been playing so well. Like you guys all, I'm bummed that he's not going to be here for this game. Also, Marcus Smart's still out too, isn't he? Calf strain.
Yes.
So Kemba's been kind of Tatum's fine, but where are they getting the rest of their scoring from on that team? It's just Tatum and
Robert Williams,
right?
Peyton Pritchard, your boy.
No, Peyton's out too.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Taco Fall. They don't want to play him though.
Right.
They ain't ready for Taco Fall.
And look, as you mentioned, Murph, Clippers 8-2 in their last 10, 7-3 in their last 10 against the spread. Look, the Clippers are good. Not only that, the Clippers are number 4 in the NBA in adjusted net rating at 7 points. Yo, I know we don't trust them, but they're good. They can play basketball. They're a good basketball team.
Until they have a 3-1 lead.
Well, yeah, this is the regular season. We ain't talking about playoffs, baby. We're talking about regular season. So I'm going Clippers -6.5. I'm unsure about the over-under just because I think the Celtics are going to struggle a lot. They've been playing bad, man. I don't know what's going on with them right now. They got some issues they got to figure out.
All right, we got a lot of good comments on this game. It seems like a lot of people are going to be tuned into this one. Shangweth Uman Shankar, that's a really interesting name, and I like it. Would the first quarter be over 54 or below? You're looking like you think points will happen in this game. That's a lot of points.
A lot of points, man. It's a lot of points. 27 and change.
I'm trying to see when you give me these numbers, I try to fantasize a score. And the first thought I went to was like, could I see a 32-23 first quarter in favor of the Clippers, perhaps? Probably. I can see that. I can see them getting off to a good start. Yeah. Paul George gets his 12 points, then we don't hear from him again until the third quarter. I can see that.
Murph is like, yeah, that's accurate. I can absolutely see that.
Yeah.
No, it's tough. It's tough. But yeah, I could see that score, and I could see the Clippers getting out to a big lead. What say you on that, Murph?
It's kind of it's a stay away. That first quarter, you just don't know which way it's gonna cut. They could be playing tough D that first quarter, and then it could open up later. Yeah, it's a stay away for me.
Jarod, you staying away as well?
No, look, I get it, guys. Playoff Clippers give y'all PTSD, as they do me. Look, me and Murph, we picked them to go to the finals last year. It was Sixers and Clippers, baby. That's what we had last year. Ooh, that didn't work out so well. But look, this is the regular season. The Clippers they're playing much, much better. Like you can see it. They're really good, man. Like again, number 4 in the league in adjusted net rating. They offense and defense. This team can play. And again, the Celtics with just Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker, who isn't fully back yet, I just don't love what they're doing right now. Clippers, man, at home.
There you go, Antonio Urbano.